Hello and welcome to the Aid Station. I'm Chris Robb, and today we're going to hear an incredibly inspiring story when we travel to Buenos Aires in Argentina to meet Soledad Zongaro, who's the communications manager of the New Balance Urban Mile in Buenos Aires. Hi Soledad, lovely to see you.
Hi Chris, nice to meet you, and thanks for inviting me to your show.
It's wonderful to have you, and we had a bit of a chat before we started recording. You've got an amazing success story to share. A massive virtual event that you put on with 48,000 participants from 150 countries. I'm sure there's viewers from all over the world that are going to be inspired to learn how you managed to achieve that. I'd love just to hear some of your background. You've got quite an amazing story to tell, and tell the viewers a little bit about your background, please.
I started in athletics when I was 9 years old, and I went to a German school here in Argentina, so that sport was a priority, and I came in the athletics by the school. At the age of 18, I joined an athletics club here in my neighborhood, and to this day, I compete at a national level. I was twice national silver medalist in the steeplechase, and I met my husband, who is the director of the New Balance Milla Urbana, Gustavo Montes, through the different competitions that we participated. We both ran middle distance, and we are fans of athletics and the story and everything that surrounds the sport. In 2005, my husband created Factor Running, that is a multimedia platform through which do different sport events, and we produce this New Balance Milla Urbana. And the first edition was in 2016. We wanted to meet the track and field with the street. Mm-hmm. We wanted, the idea of this race was always to unite athletics with running. And we knew that it was a huge challenge because here in Argentina, the runners used to run 10Ks or half marathons, and they didn't understand the logic of the distance, why is so short the distance to run, and they don't understand the mystic of this race. And that was our challenge with our race.
Gone on to be hugely successful, and look forward to hearing more about that. Just a wonderful concept. And we were talking before that decades back, street miles used to be so popular all over the world, but they were for elite athletes, and then those kind of have waned a little bit, and you've created this mass version, which is amazing. What's life like in Buenos Aires and Argentina generally at the moment? What's happening with the COVID situation? Are events coming back? Are you having in-person events? Share with us what life's like there.
Today, the situation here in Argentina is still complicated because we are locked down in some cities. We don't have massive events available yet, but there will be opening in October. And we still working to carry on our event virtual, or as soon as possible, we will launch the race to the street once again. That's the situation here. With the vaccination is not so fast going on, but we know that September or October, the races will be able.
Well, that's great to have some light at the end of the tunnel. And you said lockdown. What does lockdown mean? Are people able to get out and exercise and train? And do you have some opportunity to interact with your friends, or are you kind of pretty much caught at home?
Races are not available, but we can go out to run, to train. And the reunions with people are not available. We cannot go to a bar or a pub. The restaurants are closed too, and we can go to dinner, to have dinner, but from takeaway, with takeaway. Wow. But in some cities of Argentina, some provinces from Argentina, the lockdown is not more. The races are available, but with some are not massive. Here, specifically in Buenos Aires, we can't make races. Not at this moment.
Okay, but in terms of, you know, we're hearing all over the world that there's been this running boom, people getting out and being active. Have you seen the same thing happen in Argentina? So many new people coming in. I created a street mile in Singapore, the Anlin Orchard Mile, which was for women only, to bring women into the sport. And I think, you know, you seem to me to be really well positioned to bring some of these new runners in who might be, you know, intimidated to do a 10K event or a 5K event, to do a street mile through the heart of a beautiful city. Are you seeing that that's maybe an opportunity for you?
Yes. Here with the COVID, we saw a lot of people that they are not runners, that they go with no technical shoes, no technical clothes to walk or to run. And I think this whole situation is positive to the people that that are not involved in sport or in running. We thought that this is a moment for health.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's a huge moment for health. And let's talk about then some of the challenges, because you built this event, you and your husband. It grew to good numbers, and then all of a sudden the brakes were put on, and you had this amazing pivot, which resulted in this event with 48,000 participants. But tell us a bit about the event and the virtual event, and, you know, partnering obviously with New Balance and Strava to make that happen. But what were some of the challenges, and what did that event look like?
First of all, last year we wanted to inspire the runners and to help them. The big challenge was to keep the spirit of the mile alive, and this event was created for us, and it cost us so much work, and we wanted to keep we wanted that the runners keep going during this situation. In May of 2020, New Balance choose our event to make a race to donate to the Red Cross from Latin America and help the fight against COVID. And we wanted to do something else to the runners. I think that was a big challenge, because we don't know what to expect from the runners from a virtual race. The virtual event is not with people that you can see and you can compete with. And that was our big challenge, that we don't know if there were something else, not something else, someone there. Mm-hmm. Can you understand me?
Yeah, yeah. No, so that you're not sure how many people are out there who are engaged with you because you're not seeing them. You're running on your own in most instances.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
yeah.
And that was our first challenge, to make the people keep running, keep stay away from the stress, and that was that what we wanted to do.
And how did you manage to get, you know, there's been many virtual events on with big numbers, but you know, yours must be one of the bigger ones that's happened around the world. How did you manage to get to 48,000 participants in 150 countries? Was that partly the New Balance brand and the work with them, partly the partnership with Strava? Was it things that you did? Anyone who's listening there, who's wanting to grow their virtual event, and you know, as we return to more and more in-person events, there's still definitely you know, an opportunity for engagement. I think I saw that something like you ended up creating nearly 5,000 new members for your club as well as a result of that. You know, I think engagement is such a great opportunity around the virtual events. Can you tell us a little bit about how you did that, Soledad?
We the our first event in May, we used Strava, but we have no time to make a challenge, and we invite the people to run wherever they wanted, wherever the distance was. But in November we have to work hard to today challenge with Strava, and with New Balance was the sponsor of this event, and we think this was a moment that that the people saw a big brand behind a new race, or a new distance. And we expected not so many people. That we don't know. I have said before, we don't know how much people will run. And when we saw the numbers and we saw the different countries that appear in the leadership board, we were so happy that in so many countries someone was run our event.
Wonderful. What a great story. I'd love to ask the question as well. So you're an athlete, your husband's an athlete. You've built this incredible marketing machine to build up to that. Any background in that space? I mean, is it that you come from being an athlete, understanding the needs of the participant and creating something that addressed those needs? Do you have a marketing background? Do you have an event organizing background? Or is that all things that you've learned along the way?
We learned a lot along the way, but we have to the virtual the race we made on the street. We have an organizer behind us, but the virtual was made with our team, the marketing team, the designers, and all the people that work with New Balance too. We work together with Strava, with New Balance, and our team, Factor Running.
So all about a partnership that everybody brings their strengths and you leverage and grow it. What a wonderful story. Really fantastic. It seems to me like you and your husband, Gustavo, have taken a huge leadership role in the industry there. I mean, to create this event and create so much success clearly is giving leadership aspirations to other people in the industry. Tell us a little bit about, you know, how you've led this, what role Gustavo's played in it, and how you're acting as leaders within the industry.
Okay, the biggest decision was made by Gustavo he's the director of the New Balance and the New Balance Mission Urbana, and the support of all the team. And he gathered the whole team and told us we have two ways to make this 2020 go on, and we have to do nothing, or and wait what it happens with the COVID, or we look for a way to give something new to the runners and motivating the runners. We are a big team, and we have to convince everyone that there was something else to do, that we can inspire the runners, encouraging them to train, and that they could continue with their routines. And we didn't know what we were up against when we wanted to do this virtual event, because we didn't know how the runners will react, and we are used to have a crowded start with the runners, with the public, and here we didn't know if there was anyone on the other side. And the virtual event exceeded our expectation, and the leap into the void went well. And that's why this year Spain will join the circuit.
Wow, what a great, and I can see this going into a global opportunity, because it's you're not closing massive amounts of road, it's manageable, and it's inspiring, and it's entry level. Congratulations, really exciting. I'd love to, I mean, it's an inspiring story. You're clearly an inspiring woman, two-time silver medalist in the national championships, now impacting the health of tens of thousands of people all over the world. Have you got an inspiring story that you'd like to finish the show on? I'm sure there must be something inspiring that you can share.
I think we both, Gustavo and I, live the life like a marathon or like a mile run. We, in the hardest moments, we must do the best, and that is how we lived, and that's why we feel all the things of the life. When the wind is in our favor, all the things become easier. But when the wind is against us and there are obstacles, that is where we have to do our best. I can say that don't be afraid to take the step into the unknown, because maybe there is where the solution of the problem is, and that's why that's the way we move in life.
That's a great tip, and I guess as a steeplechaser, you've jumped over many obstacles and succeeded, and they'll continue to present. But what a wonderful story! So great to talk to you, and I'm sure many people will be inspired by this. And I think it's just such a great case study for maybe a way of harnessing these many new runners that are coming into the industry. A low barrier to entry, 1 mile, 1.6 kilometers. Fun, camaraderie, and I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for making the time, Soledad.
No, thanks you, and we want to have you here in Buenos Aires running the New Balance Urban Mile, or in the virtual race.
I would love
all over the world.
I would absolutely love to participate, and 1.6 miles is about the limit of my distance these days. I'm more of a cyclist because my knees are not so good, but I can certainly make 1.6. So thank you so much, and wish you all the very best, Soledad.
Thank you, Chris. See you.